This is Mrs. Reister with Lesson 7.4, Example 2, Writing and Solving Two-Step Inequalities. Ed wants to bicycle at least 75 miles this week. He has biked 11 miles already. He has 4 remaining rides this week. Define a variable, write and solve an inequality that can be used to find out the average number of miles he should bike on each of the remaining rides. So I'm going to go back and underline some key information in this problem. The first of which is that it says he's going to ride at least 75 miles. So let's think about what that means, whether or not he's going to bike less than 75 miles or 75 miles at a minimum, meaning he could bike more than 75. We know he's already biked 11 miles and he has 4 remaining rides. And then what we are trying to find is the average number of miles on each ride. So defining our variable, I'm going to use R for the number of miles on each ride. And I'm going to put parentheses the average number because this is an inequality. He may not ride the exact same number of miles on each of the 4 rides. So we already know that he's biked 11 miles. And now we know that he's got 4 remaining rides. So we're going to add to that 4R. And the reason why it would be 4 times R is because R being the average, we would take 4 times the average number of miles on each of those rides. And he's riding 4 rides, so 4 times R. And now we need to go back to the beginning of the problem where it says he wants to bicycle at least 75 miles. So when I hear the words at least 75 miles, I think he could ride more than 75 miles. 75 miles is the minimum number of miles he wants to ride each week. So the inequality sign here is going to be greater than, and it's also going to be equal to as well, because maybe he rides exactly 75 miles. But by having it greater than means he could also ride more than 75 miles. So now to solve this, I'm going to subtract the 11 miles he's already ridden from how many he wants to ride, that's 75. So now I've got 4R greater than or equal to 64. And then I'm going to divide by 4 on both sides. And because I'm dividing by a positive, my inequality sign stays the same. And then 64 divided by 4 is 16. So what this means is that the minimum number of miles he needs to ride on each ride should be 16 or greater.